Hi there, name's Nico, and welcome to my playthrough of Citizen Sleeper. So I don't really know that much about this game. I saw it was rated as one of a very well rated indie game on this indie game playlist that I saw. So I was like, okay, I'll just try it out. Yeah, because it's on Game Pass. So how can I not spell? I wanted to see. I'm playing it on Game Pass, as I said. It is considered a narrative cyberpunk RPG, which I like narrative games. I like RPG games. It's definitely my type of game for sure. I've heard it's not that long of a game. It's gonna take about 3 parts to beat. In terms of ratings, I don't think it's on Steam 250, and OpenCritic gives it a score of, let me check. I think I checked it earlier. Gives a score of 84 top critic average with critics recommendation of a 98%, so that includes like smaller game journals or whatever, so it is quite highly rated. Not so much by high critic or like top critics, but like overall critics, so take that with what you will. I said other than that, I'm just excited to hop into it, and we'll see how the gameplay is. And no. So we choose an operator class. Oh, okay. So there's 2 classes. Operator. An operator works with drones and high-precision remote machines to perform complex tasks from a distance. Sleepers assigned to operator work are usually cerebral and precise people. Perks. Chance to gain cryo on interface action. So our skills engineer work with machines, physical tools, interface, +1 with digital interfaces, endure, -1 use strength or strength of will, intuit, approach problems with awareness, engage head on. Oh, there's 3 classes. Okay, so let's see what the, I said I don't know much, I don't know anything about this game, so let's just read it again, or read all these classes. Machinist. Machinist repairs and modifies automated systems used in industrial resource extraction. Sleepers assigned to machinist work are usually diligent, careful, and structured people. Well, I'd like this. Let's try to see which one fits my personality. We'll do that one. So this one, precise people is this one. Works are offered confident, self-sufficient, and have a high level of confidence. This does not sound like me. I'm sorry. We're on resource extraction, often in hard vacuum environments. Sleeper sign extraction worker often confident. Yeah, I'm not really. I don't have a high level of deterrence. I might be self-sufficient. Confident, not really. I don't know what it means by cerebral. What's a cerebral person? Precise. Yeah, I could maybe argue I'm precise. This one. Diligent, careful, and structured. I'm not as structured as I'd like to be. I used to be a lot more of a structured person, not anymore. I kind of fall on and off. Probably because I'm a neurodivergent person, so if I'm taking medication, I'm more structured, which I'm currently not, which is a bad thing for me, because it's making me unstructured. So we'll just do this operator class, I think. We'll see what these ones. So -1 with engage, approach a problem head on, problem of awareness, works with machine physical tools, works with digital interface. I think I'll just be the operator. We'll start class with this one. I'm not gonna do multiple playthroughs, one of each class. I'm just gonna play with one class. If you'd like to try a different class yourself, feel free to try the game out. The first thing you become aware of on waking is the disconnect. The delay between thinking and feeling, between wanting to act and acting, minor, almost imperceptible, but always present. It's at its worst when waking, when yourself has spent many dark hours recalling what it felt like to be real, to be a person, to be in a body that was indisputably yours. But think about the past body. Also, okay, I'll turn down the sound a little bit on. There's no settings option, so I didn't know how loud to make it. So I'll turn it down a little bit. Hopefully that's fine now. not. I'll put it there. Fine. I'll put it there. Hopefully, I'll edit it in post-production if it's still too loud. I'll think of that body. I didn't realize this was more like a visual novel, but that's fine by me. Think of that body. I'll leap into a cold lake on a hot day, the sting of blood welling from a fresh wound, the friction of a fingertip. All of a sudden, the memories are closer than you thought, blurring as you approach until you can't tell one from the other. The cold slips in, behind and around you, and the sensations fade out of reach. Perhaps you should be thankful for the dull nature of this new body, given your current circumstances. The walls of the container feel immediately present, cold, hard, at your back and face, cramping your limbs. You resist the desire to stretch, knowing that the claustrophobia comes next, and retreat a little from your central nervous system. It isn't painful, not like you used to know pain, at least. In emergency mode, pain is a message delivered with efficiency and ease, a reminder that harm is imminent. There is no insistent throb, no trembling nerves, just a warning delivered with a banal quality of a digital notification. Right now, there are thousands of them. Remember the plan. You mostly remember that it wasn't a good plan, but then your options were limited, and once you got the itch to get out by any means possible, it was either that plan or something much worse. It was at least simple: collapse the shaft, drift away into the chaos, slip into the cargo processing, seal yourselves into containers, and just hope the freighter left before you were missed. Some were lost in the shaft, others never found the meeting point. Only a few made it to the containers, but the freighter, as far as you know, left. That feels like enough to know that you might no longer be on that grim and heartless rock, even if in the airless hold of a freighter, you might freeze solid long before you reach any destination. I mean, I don't know where we are. We're like inside some freighter waiting to go somewhere, but it just seemed like we just woke up. Wait for the cold, I guess. That's all there is now. It has been a long time since you left. Surely weeks, maybe months. You are dully aware of damage to your legs, your right arm. You have been reserving energy as much as possible, but your body has still needed to shut down many of its systems to protect you. You have spent much of that time asleep, knowing that anything else would be impossible to endure. So I guess we're like a robot? Or like at most maybe like an android. Well, yeah, an android. Or maybe like I don't think we're human at all. I think we're more of an android. It's from the sounds of things. You feel the weight of that impossibility begin to gather. It is time to sleep again, to nudge this false body into inducing delta waves in your emulated mind, and once again recoil into a dream of when you were once a person. But the waves it's the waves that you have when you fall asleep. The brain waves. Recoil into a dream where you were once, so maybe it's like you were a human, but the physical body died, so they implant your brain into an android. Time passes, the cold creeps further in. You feel something. Warmth. Not true warmth, but the indication of its presence. Your joints release from their rigor. Warmth. Not true warmth, but the indication of its presence. Your joints release from their rigor. Sound too, everywhere, screeching and shimmering so loud that your body ducks your hearing to protect its sensors. Then light. White as the cold, softer and softer, until in a haze of dirty yellow, a figure appears. You're out. Ooh. What is this? Dragos, pragmatic salvator. Is that the person we see? Dragos? It has been a few hours since Dragos pulled you from the container. You sit huddled in a corner of the scrapyard, swaddled in the reflective folds of a mylar blanket. You are slowly coming back to consciousness, back to life, and you stare at the ornately curving element of an improvised heater. You are surrounded by an angular, incoherent lumps of ships. some corroded beyond recognition, others still carrying glassy wounds along their edges where a plasma arc sliced them apart. As you trace their shapes with fogged eyes, you hear a voice. So, sleeper, you all thawed yet? I'll answer him on it. Oh, actually, I just realized I'm covering some of the text. Sorry. No, I'll be on the side. I do apologize for missing the first 10 minutes on being on the wrong side. That should look better now. Are we thawed? I don't know. I have no reason not to trust this guy, right? Move myself maybe a little bit more. There we go. I have no reason not to trust this guy, so I'm gonna just answer him honestly. Almost. Never seen one of you come in like this. New frames must have better preservation in sub-zero vac. Seen more than a few of you frozen solid to hull plates or inside outer locks in my time. They weren't so lucky. Dragos comes into focus, shrouded in makeshift tech. His headset with its glinting eyes, the mark of a drone operator. On his shoulder, one of his symbiotically linked drones perches, its irising eyes locking you with an unflinching stare. Is this drone like on his shoulder? Yeah, this thing. I see. Last living sleeper that came through this yard was a while ago. They didn't last long. You struggle to read his expression beneath the tech, but he seems lost in memory for a moment. Or perhaps he is just figuring out what to do with you. Should we be confident? I'll be curious. What happened to them? He ignores your question. I won't ask what led you to do it, to sell yourself to a corporation. And I suppose you know you can't go back. Your old body, that's theirs now, and you are just software. A rogue emulation illegally possessing corporate property. Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. So, we didn't actually die. We sold our body to someone for the piece that we're in. So, but we ran away from the corporation, so we're illegal because the corporate owns us. I see. You nod along. You remember biometrically signing the forms, the cold floor on your feet as you padded to the sleeper cells, the promise of a life off-world. But as you do, you get the now familiar sensation that these aren't your memories. These are things you know, but not things you feel. You are no longer that person. You are an offshoot, a copy. What you won't know is what's ahead. At least the last one didn't. There's no easy way to put it. That body of yours is falling apart. It's the same for any sleeper who makes it out. S&R wants to protect their property, but if they can't keep hold of you, well, then no one can. You remember that too, or at least rumors of it from the other sleepers. Planned obsolescence, a built-in dependence on the regularly administered supplements that were part of your routine. Stop taking them and your body begins to shut down, separate from your emulated mind. How long has it been? How long do you have? But for now, sleeper, you are one of the lucky ones. Dragos glanced up and away towards the glassy dome of the yard. The Eye is the best place you could be right now. The Eye? The station. You'll see it soon enough. Dragos impatiently shifts his weight. Look, I've got things to be getting on with. He trails off. There's an old freight container I've been using as storage out in the stacks. We haven't been pulling in much valuable scrap these days, so you're welcome to it. Something wells up inside of you. Emotion, fatigue. You shakily get to your feet. Like a nod. Alright, you head on up there. You look like you need some rest. And with that, Drago stalks back into the wrecks, his drones already converging on a rustling halt. Plasma flashes silhouetting his spindly figure as he returns to work. Okay. Tutorial introduction. Welcome to Erling's Eye. Life on the Eye runs in cycles, during which you can talk to characters, explore areas of the station, and perform actions. At the end of each cycle, you need to head to your current home to rest. Resting will move time forward on the station. Head to the empty container location to rest and end the cycle now. Okay. Because there's nothing else for us to do anyway. So here's our home for now. Per cycle, minus energy, minus condition. I guess all cycles need to end. Rest and prepare for the next one. Okay. No, I agree. And cycle. Okay. In the container. 4 steel walls. What is this? Cryo. Cryptocurrency stored in an air-walled sticks of memory known as chits. Okay. You wake you wake curled up in the corner of the container and begin slowly assembling the world around you. After all this time, you still find this body, the one you awake in now, strange and disjointed. Its message is readable but somehow wrong. You sit up, pulling the mylar blanket close against the cold. Here you are, on this ruined station, millions of miles from anyone you know. Are you still in the system? Did any of the others make it out? It's impossible to know. After all this, what matters? Escape, getting answers, or building life, what matters? Well, we escaped for a reason, right? We don't know why we, we as the player don't know why we escaped. It seemed like maybe it was like a bad life there. So, do we want answers? I don't know what the intent of our escape was. I guess this is why they're asking us. I don't know if it's to build a life. Maybe it's just finding the truth. To me, I like knowing the truth of things. But we signed a waiver, like, I don't know, getting answers to what is the thing. It sounded like the person who we once were did it according to their own free will to make us to turn their conscious into an android. But maybe they didn't turn their conscious. It seemed like maybe they split off the conscious. They made a copy of our conscious and put it in this body, so it's like we're living 2 separate lives. Which is an interesting concept. I don't know, maybe it's just building life because it feels like we've already escaped, so let's do that. Maybe you did get lucky finding yourself here. Maybe here, on the edge of everything, there's a life for you to build. Before you can build anything, you'll need to learn to survive. Maybe if you can do that, you can make a life for yourself. Dragos has left a few comforts in the container. The mylar blanket, the bedroll you slept on, a canister of water, a makeshift electric stove, and some faded sachets of some dissipated powder. You thumb the power stud on the stove and begin to boil the water. The contents of the sachets smell like damp wood, and you sprinkle them into the liquid. As the pungent smell washes over you, images from your restless sleep come back to you. A ring, like the station, but skeletal and ghostly. A web of threads pulling at your skin. A constellation of bright polygonal shapes, like angular suns, burning in your mind. There's something unpleasantly visceral about these images, and it is long after you finish drinking before they begin to fade. You tidy away the stove as best as you can and try to gather enough energy to greet the day. Tutorial: Condition, Action Dice, and Energy. Condition. Your condition represents the current state of your artificial body. Depletes by one segment each cycle, but can also be damaged by violence, injury, or lack of food. If your condition bar empties, you'll suffer a breakdown. You'll have to figure out how to recover your condition now that you no longer have access to corporate pharmaceuticals that were keeping you alive. Oh, great. 2. Action dice. At the start of each cycle, you roll your action dice. These dice can be used to perform actions on the station. The number of dice rolled is based on your current condition. The worse your condition, the fewer dice you have. Okay. Once you have used your dice, it looks like we only have 1 dice right now because we're kind of low. I'm just looking at the top. See, there's like a 5, a 3, 2, 2. And it's only yellow 1.5, so we only have 1 die at this point in time. Once you've used your dice, you cannot take any further action and must rest to recover them, ending the current cycle. Okay, yeah, action makes sense. Energy. You also need to eat to survive. This is represented by your energy bar. You can refill your energy bar by eating, but first you'll have to find somewhere to get food. Your energy depletes by 2 segments each cycle. If it becomes empty, you'll be starving. When starving, energy loss becomes condition loss, and your condition will also deplete at double rate per cycle. Okay, so how do we condition? Oh, here. I guess. Oh, I understand. Conditions this top bar right here. I don't know. You can see my mouse. You see, it's like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You're like 13. I don't know if this one counts. Maybe it's 12. And then action dice is this one, and then third is our energy. So we have 2 energy right now out of a maximum of 5 energy. Once this becomes 0, we take 2 more we take double damage at every cycle. And if we hit 0, then it says we suffer a breakdown, which I assume means game over. That's what I'd have to assume, but I could be wrong. Okay, I understand now. Okay. Now. Okay, so Dragos is standing in the corridor where you closed up the container. He is still wearing his headset, and in the harsh light of the corridor, you realize it is implanted. A drone sits on his shoulder, its cache of sensor lights rapidly irising. How are you feeling? Overall, it looks like our status is almost full. I'm gonna say okay. The drone chirps. Good to hear. You notice that beneath the operator's rig, his skin is marked by burns and blotches. I know the container isn't much, but it'll keep you safe. He pauses. So, I'm not going to chit-chat too long. You well enough to work? I'm not gonna question him. Because we need money in order to buy food, so, sure. Alright then, he nods. At the yard, it's simple stuff. We hack these old hulls down, sell them off to the shipyards or the bright market dealers for cryo. Occasionally we pull out some something with a bit more value, but most of what comes in is scrap. It's hard to find good hands here, but I figure as a sleeper you'll be used to manual labor, and obviously I'll slip you a few chits of commission based off what you turn up. Chits, remember, is explained is somewhere. Yeah, it says here, cryo cryptocurrency stored in air-welled sticks of memory. So, the currency is stored in chits. That's what it is. Got it. He shuffles his feet nervously. Look, I wouldn't usually do this. In my opinion, you'd be best suited moving on as quick as you can. In sleepers, well, he trails off. But things being the way that they are for me at the yard, he pauses. I need the help. Why? Things are a little tight, that's all. I owe a little cryo to a client here or there. He pauses, thinking of something else to add. Look, just come down to the yard when you are feeling pressure. There's plenty to do. Will do. He nods distractedly and turns and walks away, the drone hopping along ahead of him. See you later, he calls back. Looks like it's time to get to work. Okay, so let's, I have nothing else to do. Let's go to work then. Dragos Yard, tutorial, actions. Actions is the primary way you interact with the world as Citizen Sleeper. To perform an action, click and drag your chosen action dice to the slot. Repeatable action. Hull dissection. Even the rustiest hull can hide valuable components and materials. Extracting them means cutting carefully and skillfully, so it's risky. Or we can also do manual salvage. Going to take some time to sort and cut your way through the towers of salvage, but you are no stranger to hard labor. So that's a safe option. So engineer, or we can endure. Well, our endure's at -1, so this seems like a bad idea. It seems like it's safer to do the engineering route, which is 0. Actions reward you with clock progression, or clock progress, energy, condition, or items depending on their outcome. There are 3 types. Positive, the action goes better than expected. Neutral, the action succeeds. Or negative, the action fails. Action dice affect these outcomes as follow. 6, 100% chance. 5, 50-50. 3 and 4, 25. 50-25, and then 1, 2 is 50-50. A bad 50-50. Okay. So it's overall actually more chance to get positive than negative. Okay, but it seems like this is not good to do. This is risky or safe, and we don't have any endurance because we're the operator class. Okay, here, 1 repeatable action. 1 is type either critical or repeatable. Critical actions go forward once. 2, the risk, either safe, risky, or danger. 3, skill. The skill that this action requires either engineer, interface, endure, intuit, or engage. And then safe, no loss of condition, energy cryo. Risky, negative outcome means cryo or energy loss. Danger, negative outcome means condition loss. Neutral outcome can mean cryo or energy loss. Okay, so modifier either -1, 0, +1, or +2. This is added to the action dice when slotted and improves its value. Some actions require a +1 to perform. What is this? Okay, so we can repeat this. Dragos is tied up in something ugly, and if he misses a payment or two, things could get nasty. Back in business, every salvager knows there are always just one lucky haul away from their next payday. So this is this is not guaranteed. It's a 50-50. This is 25, 50, and 25. These are not good. I guess we have 4 die. Apparently it looks like this is. Oh, this is safe. Oh, this is safe, but we lose -1 on the roll. So I've put this dice in here. That means it's guaranteed. It's a 1, which means it's a 50-50. Oh. Okay, we should use this one on the risky. Yeah, let's start action. Tutorial clocks. Actions often progress clocks. Clocks are displayed below the actions that fill them, and they track your actions and how they affect the world. Filling a clock means something good or bad is about to happen. Some clocks, such as the one tracking Dragos' debt, are cycle clocks. These clocks tick themselves once each cycle and can complete without player input. Any active cycle clocks will display on the icon of that location. So these are the cycle clocks here. So this is his debt payment, and then this is just if we get lucky or not. This refreshes, I guess, every cycle. Tracks your actions in the world. It means something's gonna happen if you fill it. Okay, and then they impact the world. I understand. So we got some 15 cryo, and we got an add to back in business. I don't know if is it ever worth it for us to do. I mean, this is safe. It just means it's -1. Risky means we could lose 25 positive, 50 neutral. So we got the 75-25. I play gotcha games. Come on, this is easy. In Citizen Sleeper, you will unlock drives as you discover more about yourself and the world. Drives guide you in pursuing specific objectives depending on which path you wish to take. You can track drives, and any tracked drive will place a yellow marker on the location that will help you pursue your goals. Access your drive menu via the arrow at the top left. Tutorial. You're now free to explore Erling's Eye and make a life for yourself here. Try tracking and drive to help you survive. Look for food to keep your energy up in a way to recover condition. Fill clocks to progress stories and find new opportunities. Remember to end cycle at your home when you're at a dice. Use the mouse wheel or WS to scroll at the station. Rotate the view at 8. Okay. Ah, we got positive. Easy. Okay, let's see. Find a doctor. Okay. No. Okay, how do it says... Okay, so let's leave. It doesn't seem like... How do we find a doctor? Oh my gosh. Where the hell is this? Lowered gate. Bright market. Dock. Fortuna. Oh my gosh, there's a lot to explore. But I guess it only... we only enter once we have no dice, so let's go check out all the areas. Let's check the lower gate. What's here? After some spacers caused some trouble in the low end, Yatagan has imposed a toll for entry. No one gets in without paying. We don't have enough cryo to enter. Okay, that's fair enough. Let's leave. So let's go. What's the bright market? Okay. Ask for directions. Why wander when there are hundreds of people that live and work within the bright market? All you need is the courage to approach them. This is a danger, so we lose -2. Explore the market. And we also engage at 0. This is 0. Smells and sounds of the bustling of the bright market makes it dizzying water, but enticing one too. Local knowledge. Bright market is the busiest part of the eye's lower rim. You can find anything and everything here. Okay, I just want to see what everything is before I make a conclusive decision on what we're doing. The dock, what is this? It takes several cycles to reach the starward belt and return, loaded with scraps from the old wrecks. Okay, well it looks like we can't do anything here. What's this one? Rotunda, an old dock terminal. Steel dock plans. Havenage Security has to have plans. Stealing them would be the fastest way to get to know this place, and the most dangerous one. Explore the rotunda. The rotunda of the old dock is filled with passageways and concourses, leading to all kinds of docking bays. We can see this. Getting to know rotunda doesn't just mean new places to visit, it means keeping your eyes on new arrivals too. Havage's lost list. Havage's run the rotunda. Haven, is it Havenage or Havenage? Havenage runs the rotunda, and their security watches the docks. Better avoid attracting their attention. Also, by doing this, we can be added to the watch list. Oh boy. Sorry. I don't know. This is the best side to be on because of the reading. Okay. We gotta find a doctor is the thing. Okay, so what's the dock scene for? Merchants willing to run the gauntlet of the Hellion system are rare, but those that do always return eventually. So this just progresses as the cycle happens. Okay, that's where we are working. And then what's this? Shipyard. Assist a shipbuilder. You don't have connections, but you have skills. If you can get a shipbuilder that knows them, you might be in. All materials. As a newcomer, you can only gain favor by grabbing a load of materials and asking the nearest yard hand where to take them. Yard hand. The only way they get to know the shipyard is to work there. No tourists here. Okay. Like I said, we're just looking at what all my options are. So it looks like we've explored everything about the ring. This is cool. We have 2 actions left and we have no food. And our goal is to find a doctor. So maybe at the bright market would be the best place. Maybe do a once here. Ash Productions is dangerous and we only have these ones left. We could do a risky and explore the market. 50-50 neutral. Oh, it's 50-50 between neutral or negative option. Maybe we explore the dock. Maybe explore the market at a different one. We have better dice outcomes. Yeah, these are all risky. Look, I'm a man of like gambling, but maybe not that much gambling. Shipyard. And then this is where we can work. This is the safe option, but it's a -1 for endured. 50, it's a 1 guarantee. I mean, it doesn't matter. There's a 2 or a 1 roll the same way. No, well, I guess we just try it. We'll just do one. This is a 50-50 for neutral or negative outcome. Ooh, it was a negative outcome. We lost energy. After hours of careful slicing and separation, you cover a little more than layer after layer of worthless scrap. This is going nowhere. Shit. Okay, we need to go to the market. We need food or something. Okay, so let's explore the market. This is risky, but we have no choice. Okay, we got positive. We got local knowledge. You manage to follow the flow of people, and you start to appreciate, even enjoy, the chaotic layout of the markets. So we need 3 of this to get local knowledge of this area. Okay. Which means unfortunately it's over now. Here's our character. We have no upgrade points. Oh my gosh, so we can upgrade ourselves. Sunbathe, dice actions, allow energy recover. Chance to create cryo on interface actions. Oh, okay. We have no upgrade points, so I can't. This is the skill tree, I guess. Okay, so let's go back. We have no dice left. Wait. Hey, we found the doctor. shipyard. Is this a ship build? Bro, how do I... Here you go. The doctor. Next comes the call from the enforcer at the door. You shuffle down the flickering hallway towards the open apartment door. You keep your head down and your shoulders high in the queue, trying not to bring attention to yourself. You were thankful for the tip-off that a doctor was operating out of this place, but now that you were here, you weren't so sure. The gang enforcer on the door, the flickering light strip, the decaying hab block, they have all made the long queue a test of your nerve. But your options are few, and without a supply of stabilizer, your body will. You suppress the shiver and shuffle forward to the front of the queue. You try to find something to distract yourself. Look inside. You lean against the doorframe and look inside the apartment. The entryway is dark, punctuated by the green indicators of stacks of sealed containers. You lean in and see amber light filtering through a far doorway, screened with plastic sheeting, beyond which blurred shapes move. The slap of the enforcer's palm against the doorway jerks you awake. Wait your turn, he growls. After a few moments, a figure pushes through the doorway, and you catch a distant voice. Sound the next one in, Toshiro. The enforcer jerks his head, and you slip inside, passing through the dark entryway and pushing through the plastic sheeting on the far door. The room beyond is bathed in warm light. A floor-to-ceiling transparent panel gives a full view of the bright market's sealed roof and the buzzing traffic above, and, for a moment, you are transfixed by the motion. "Come, sit," calls a sharp voice, and you see a silhouetted figure turned away, replacing the plastic sheet over the frame of a simple folding bed. You make your way across the room. Is it the doctor? She looks nice. The figure turns, and as they do, you see an expression of confusion flash across their features. They open their mouth as if to speak. They blink, and then quickly regain their composure. "Please sit." They gesture to the bed, and then turn to an open case of tools on the table. You sit. Sabine turns, a compact diagnostic scanner of some kind in their hand. They hold it to their eye. "Remain still, please." Their tone is clipped and businesslike. You stare ahead, still dazed from their expression when you first entered. Fear, recognition, sadness, unmistakably etched across their face. "How long have you been on the station?" they asked. The scanner is still new to them. I'm gonna answer honestly, as a doctor. "A few cycles." They nod. "It's good you came to me." They set the diagnostic scanner on the table. "I'm going to start by assuming you don't know anything." They take your arm and roll up your sleeve, inspecting your synthetic skin. "Your body is dying." They say it without ceremony, without drama, but not without empathy. SNARP doesn't like to see its proprietary technology let loose, prevent bodies like yours, frames as they call them, from being stolen, repurposed, or in your case, escaping. They built in a process of so-called planned obsolescence. Frames decay rapidly when not regularly injected with stabilizer, one which SNARP remains the sole producer of. They look up. Sounds familiar? Yes. Good. That may help. They swap to your other arm, running some thin metal device over your skin. You feel your forearm tremble. "I'm sorry," Sabine says, and you are unsure if they mean for the cold touch of the metal or everything else. Emulations like you, sleepers as most people know you, aren't classified as people in any of the surrogate systems. You have no rights, no status. They focus hard on the inspection of your arm, and SNRP has no reason to release stabilizer into the market. Sabine looks as if to apologize again, but they stop themselves. "I know little of this is of use to you." They turn away, disassembling the metal instrument and cleaning it. Silence fills the room as Sabine works, and then the silence gives way to tension. You stare at them, willing them to say something, anything. Sabine turns to face you. "I may be able to help," they sigh, and you see the darkness under their eyes, hear the fatigue in their voice. They gesture to the door. "You saw Toshiro outside." You nod. "He works for my benefactor, Yatagan. They are influential to the low end. They give me this space to work, run the door, and take the profits. At the same time, I have to fix up their enforcers, tend to their implants, sew up their wounds." They look away. but yet again has connections. Smugglers from the Starward Belt, mercenaries working for the corporations on Ember. If they can source the stabilizer, maybe they'll have a better chance. Sabine sets down their slate, their notes complete. This is dangerous, and it'll be expensive, but I think we can do it. Might help me. Sabine walks away to the window, their face dabbled by the shadows of passing drones. Let's just see if this works first. I'll let you know when I have a lead. You nod and leave, Sabine still staring out, unmoving. When you reach the lower end of the market, you look back through the panels of the roof to see if you can see their face, but the room looks dark against the light of the market. You duck your head and walk off into the crowd. Okay, so we got a little bit of a lead. So, wait for Sabine to acquire the stabilizer, so I have to just wait. Sabine surgery, make your doctor surgery. So, Sabine thinks you can source some stabilizer yet again, but it's going to take a few cycles, so 3 cycles we have to wait. Okay, let's, look, our body at the top says we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 lives left. Unfortunately, we're starving soon. I don't know where to get food. That's why I explored the market. We're gonna probably have to explore the market in the next one for sure. Because I don't know where else to get food, to be honest. And we're out of turns at this point in time. And I've explored, I believe, everywhere on the ship. Here, we can look at different angles. Alright, this is a little bit disorienting. I don't think there's anything else. I think we explored everywhere. So we can go shipyard. Yeah, that's the only way to do it. We help out Dragos. Let's just go home, I guess. Because we have no more things. We have... we're gonna lose 1 condition, and it says 2 energy. Oh, we only have 1 energy, but we haven't... Oh boy, we might be starving. Uh-oh. I think is I don't have any food. I don't know where to find food. Shit. The only things I can think of it be at the market, right? So we're gonna have to explore the market more then. At some space, we need 60 cryo. We only have 40. Our currency's down here. See, it's a 40 right at the bottom. So that's how much we have. This is something we have to just wait for time to pass by. Nothing I can do here. Okay, we're just at the end. I don't think, unfortunately, it looks like we're just gonna end up starving. But we'll have to fix it as soon as possible. So let's end cycle. Because I don't think I can do anything else. This time you don't wake up. Instead, the ghost of the station, a shifting skeletal ring, surrounds you. Uh-oh. For a moment you are gone, absent from your own body, stretched out across a colorless void. Then the connections begin to establish themselves, threads tugging on the edge of your mind. These threads become vectors of exchange, and then extensions as you feel your thoughts slipping out away down them, dissolving into the millions of distributed nodes they connect to. You see the station. No, you feel the station, like a web texture in a black liquid. Observe it. Even though you have no eyes, no sight, you feel the map of the station. No, not the map of the station, but the map of its connections. It is a looped cloud with spokes and spires that jute out into space. It is an ingrown thing, full of obsolete loops and severed pathways. It is a system, a map, and a territory, all at once. You notice a tugging feeling, pulling at you, insistently, as if it were a small child. Somehow it is pulling in 2 directions at once. You look down. All of a sudden, everything shuts off. You come back trembling into this unfamiliar body, both yours and not yours all at once. You find yourself standing in the container, eyes now open to the dark steel walls. You feel a change within you, a shift. You close your eyes for a second, and you feel it waiting there. The station splayed out across your mind, a storm of connective nodes waiting to be explored, and then it is gone. Okay, so here we're in our room, so let's just leave. And the cycle has begun. What's wrong with Drago's yard? Debt called in. We need to make sure he gets paid, right? So we only have 3 dying right now, so we really have to go to the market. Because we need food ASAP. If the help pays debt, we have to survive. So, let's go. Sorry, I'm just getting used to the controls of the... Instead of like going left and right, it actually, the controls is up and down. So I just went down, which goes left, and up goes right. And I can spin the ship. I could actually make it more like this way. That's up, and then that's down, right? But we need to go... I think we need to explore the market. Danger... 100% positive action. Let's start then. It's 100% positive, so here we go. We got local knowledge. Okay, you end up at a drink stall debating the finer points of the Solheim class. You try to remember all the tips your companions offer. Okay, so we got plus. Okay, so that should be good, right? Plus new drive discovered. Street food vendor. Oh my gosh, there we go. Memphis is busy, his broad face uplit by the makeshift gas burner in front of him. With precise, delicate movements, he lays thick chunks of marinated fungus into a dented block, his other hand idly tossing a metal bowl of sliced vegetables and some red fleck to dressing. The smell is incredible. You watch as he fulfills a set of orders, keeping the fungus with a bright salad and depositing it in plastic trays, a sack of chits rattling in his apron pocket as customers file past the burner, handing over payments. Let's approach. You join the queue. It's mostly made of off-duty salvagers, vac suits unzipped and rolled down to expose stained vests, grubby mods, a lactis of scars and tattoos. Sorry, I was just processing that sentence. They discuss the best food on the eye, the best strength comparing notes on bright market dives, their words cut through with heavy spacer slang. Eventually it's your turn, and you shuffle to the front. Memphis speaks in a deep, even tone without looking up. First try is free. Thanks. The smell is almost unbearably strong as he cooks. The earthiness of the fungus laced with something so spicy the smoke makes your eyes water. The heat of the burner is like a bonfire, and your skin hardens in its glare. I know you sleepers, Memphis says while he cooks, his voice deep but clear. A hard life, a lot of stories. He glances up from beneath his cap with piercing eyes. I know. Yeah, let's tell him a story. You begin to tell him about your journey to the eye, and he nods as he cooks, his eyes never leaving his work. You tell him of the confusion, the pain, and also the sense of possibility and its sudden arrival. You tell him of the cold and dark of the container, and the endless cycles spent within it. Now it seems, you tell him, like some dream that you once had but can never forget. You tell him that the eye excites you and scares you, and you are unsure where to walk, where to look, what to do. Eventually you tail off, running out of words. He places a plastic tray of steaming fungus in your hand. Next time we can talk some more, he smiles. The next time you pay. He slams a heavy hand against a button on the burner side and it shuts off. The roar of the flame and its impressive heat fades. Next time then, sleeper. He waves you away and begins to oil the walk. Before you turn back to the alley, you notice the geometric patterns of circular scars across his forearm, each surrounded with a constellation of glinting pin marks. You walk away, And as you do, you take a bite of the rich, spicy, delicately sweet fungus. Your taste sensors light up like a fusion reactor. You'll be back. You got +3 from that. New, something discovered. Okay, so we got a food place at least. Ooh, hardware exchange. Play the exchange. The flow of chits and components in the exchange is complex, but a sharp eye and some tight trades can net you a good margin. To it is 0. Sell components. The Ort exchange is always hungry for new hardware to buy, break down, and sell off, and you are happy to supply it. I don't have any scrap components. Trusted trader. There's an old ship mine fabrication stack in the back of the market, and only trusted traders get access. Oh, okay. Interesting. And then we can order for 15, okay. Emphasis spiced fungus is one of the few things potent enough to simulate your limited taste sensors. It's incredible stuff. Fungus fan. Emphas doesn't trust people easily, but he knows his regular customers in his own quiet way. I don't need to eat right now, so we get 3 hunger per, or 3 food or whatever per eating, so we'll go there. We lose 2 per cycle, so I guess we get to eat every, not every other cycle, but it's like every 3 cycles, right? Well, like we'll have to eat next cycle, but then we won't have to eat for technically 2 more after that. But, I don't know, it's a little bit common. It's more like 1 with the eat and then not eat, not eat, eat, not eat, eat, not eat, eat, not eat, not eat, eat, right? So, but we have to make 15 each time. Let's do 1 for Drago still. I still think we should work for him most. What's our positive trait again? Actually, before let me check my operator. Our positive trait is interface. Our positive trait is interface. Okay, because we're an operator. That's what we look like. Okay. Engineer and just see if there's any positive. These just go on without me doing anything. So engage into it. I'm assuming we want to eventually do that. Right, we need 60 for this. Okay, so let's just do more work here. 50-50. I don't know why would we want to do manual? Like, what's the difference between the two? It seems like they lead to the same spot. We got a positive. There we go. +15. Nice. Beneath the pock-marketed hulls, you find hidden containers, alloy plating, and wire bundles thick as your arm, preserved in their trunking. There we go. Very nice. And we have 1 more turn. Maybe I should have used that on the risky thing instead of the neutral action. This is a... We'll try. Ooh, neutral outcome, dock watcher. Okay, okay. The Rotuna's passageways are dizzying, but out of intuition or sheer luck, you stumble onto a new location. Getting to know the Rotuna doesn't just mean new places to visit, it means keeping your eye on new arrivals too. Okay. So we got positive outcome. A good thing we didn't get the negative here. We gotta make sure we're not put on the freaking watch list. Oh, what's this? Okay, so we have to do other things. Yeah. Getting to know him, you know, install, gain access to the Ort Fabricator. With that and a few fragments, you can build a shipmine core. Okay, so we have to get access to the Ort Exchange. Okay, okay. Which is it's over here, by the way. That's what it's here. We have to get access to this. We have to be a trusted trader. So we'll either play the exchange or we can sell components. They both lead to being a trusted trader. Okay, that's noted. For now, let's just end the day. Or end cycle. We have no more dice. We have food. We gotta make at least 15 credit each one, so we... Here, container. Again, the skeletal ring of the station fills your mind. It sparkles with glittering lights, like stars reflected in a winter lake. It is clearer, crisper than before. The threads still pull, but you remain in place, flickering in the glow. Between the threads you see bright shapes, caches of shimmering light beneath transplant crystal ore. You follow the path of a thread across the ring, through these four arms, then leap off into the void. You begin to understand, these are nodes and connections, a map of information, of communication. There are so many layers, so many loops, that it seems almost impossible to parse, but you begin to try. Let's focus on, I don't know which one's the smaller one, the threads. There are more threads than you can count. You choose one that passes nearby and approach it. As you expected, you understand why you instinctively chose the word thread when you first saw them. They are not single lines, but rough, fuzzy things, woven from data strings of all kinds. The threads and nodes, passages and puzzle boxes, one leads to another. There's so much here, so many answers, so many questions. All you need to do is follow the paths and open the boxes. You look out across this ghost landscape of exchange and see an opportunity. And then that insistent tugging again, pulling at you. You look down again and see two lines, two threads pulling in different directions, as if they were tied around you. Let's choose the second one. The second thread leads in, pulling deep into the station. Your gaze follows it, and this time you see something, a sphere shimmering above a strange angular body. A pulse shoots out from it, passing over you like a torch beam, testing you, tasting you. Okay, the first one. The first thread leads out away from the station, into the inky black. Someone out there is tracking you, hunting you, following the thread to you. They are in a ship, and the ship is approaching ever closer with each cycle. You open your eyes. Time is short. Oh, so what? So someone's actually trying to come back, Ooh, someone is out there tracking you, following your trail. It won't be long before they arrive. Uh-oh. That's not good. We need to get out of here. Tutorial, the cloud. Something has changed inside of you. You can now access the data cloud of the Eye, a network of decaying protocols and data caches. While there, you can use dice and items to access systems and extract data. But be careful, these networks are old and strange. Click on the eye button at the top of the screen to toggle this view on and off. Ah. Havenage Gate H4. Slot Havenage Cipher. This gate keeps traffic out of the Havenage shipyard's internal network. Perfect Cipher can grant you access. I don't have any ciphers. Key node 0102. The data here. Oh. Data actions. Data actions allow you to extract data from the networks of the Eye. They work like dice actions, but in order to unlock them, you must match your dice to the one displayed on the right of the action. So we must use a 2. Okay. If you have a +1 or +2 modifier in the interface skill, you will be given more possible dice to match. You can use any dice that matches the dice display. Once unlocked, the data can be extracted. So we can use a 2 or a 3. Oh, so we can do like this. We can bypass. I don't know, I guess let's just do it. Let's see. Unlocked. Extract data. Ooh, we got an encrypted key. Okay, okay. Havenage agent. A Havenage member is broadcasting on the open network from here, leaving them open to data extraction. So you can extract data from multiple people. Key node. A lone connection feeds into the isolated node. Its last access timestamp is 1,000 cycles ago. Another agent. Broadcasting. Okay, so... Slowheim Gate S7. This gate conceals a network of systems which haven't been untouched since Falcon Clap. I don't have a cipher. A Solheim cipher. This node is orbited by the remains of a corporate countermeasure broken long ago by hackers. Another key node. This node pulses faintly as its mines cryo at a glacial pace, abandoned by the hacker that repurposed it. So, agent. Some gang enforcers' implants are chirping out comm signals. Time to see what they are talking about. Okay, that one's interesting. But we did this one. Okay, so it's a lot more quiet here. So we need to get the ship mine. We're gonna have to eat for sure. Unfortunately, that's one of the things we have to spend our currency on. Let's start. There we go. We got +3 energy and another fungus fan. Luckily, it doesn't take cost an action. Actually, so never mind. It doesn't cost an action. It costs money. Now we have 40. I don't know which one. So we did this one. We gotta help pay off his debt. We have to wait for you still. Gain access. Oh yeah, so let's maybe check here. 20, okay, let's try. Negative. Oh, we lost energy. Shoot. You cheated on a power converter and exhaust yourself trying to make it back. You quit before you run up a debt. Shh. I lost the 75-25. Oh, no. Oh, overlook bar. Get a drink. You're unsure if your friend can metabolize alcohol, but this fungal tree fermented along the greenway seems like a good test. The Overlook isn't exactly a restaurant, meaning the only way you'll gain trust around here is with a stiff drink. My rations. Tala keeps some expired Solheim rations behind the bar for those weary space masters who ask why the Overlook doesn't serve food. Okay, let's try. Let's get a drink. Energy, Overlook, regular, and we lost 6. Okay, neutral come. That's fine. Let's work at the shipyard though. Or sorry, we could work at the shipyard actually, but let's help Dragos again. Negative outcome, we lost energy again. We got 10 cryo though. After hours of careful slicing and separation, you cover little more than layer after layer of worthless scrap. This is going nowhere. Shit. Today was a crappy day. We got all negative outcomes. At least we got, well, actually, we got 1 positive. It looks like we only have to wait 1 more cycle and then she'll have something for us, which at least that's good. Oh yeah, we got this. What do we get? Data? We have 1 encrypted key, actually. Well, let's check. I don't think I have a cipher, right? No, that's a cryptic key. A stream of passcodes able to unlock the station's aging mag locks. I don't have a cipher. Okay, I don't... You're at hand. Yeah, we have... I'm just seeing if we can do anything with this key. Encrypted key. What do I do with an encrypted key? Okay, let's just... I don't know what we do with this right now. Let's just end the day then. Empty our home. Yeah, we're being hunted by someone. Well, we're just gonna end the cycle. We gotta talk to the doctor, or in the next cycle, or like this coming cycle. Yes, someone's hunting me, thank you. We have nothing to say this time, okay. No, we do. As you close up, a voice echoes down the corridor towards you. Sleeper, wait up. Turn. Bang is coming down the corridor towards you, a wonky grin on his broad face. Hey, glad I caught you. Do I know you? He grins. You do now. He puts a hand on your arm. I've seen you hanging around. Just wanted to chat. You staying in that thing? He nods back to the container, shaking his head. Rough. It can be hard to get a start on the eye. He looks away down this passage. What was it old Erling said? The eye opens for us all. Nice idea, but, well, not always very practical. He glances back at you. We do our best, but it isn't easy. We? You pass together into the main walkway, Havenage. We are all one dysfunctional family. Fang puts an arm around you. I'm not part of the security branch though, don't worry. I'm with systems. Everything that I runs on. He runs a hand along the passage wall. This place is a ruin, but systems keeps it spinning somehow. At least we try to. He stops you in the quiet passage. Look, that's not why I'm here to discuss. Or that's not what I'm here to discuss. I saw you around and, well, I know a little about you sleepers. I have a little proposition for you. He glances around, but this is not the place for it. I have an oscilloscope just across the way. Give me a cycle or two to prepare. Then, when you are settled, stop by. He lowers his voice and gives you a dark look. In truth, I need you. If what they say is true about you sleepers, well, there's work to be done. He pats you on the back, his voice bright and his dark look suddenly gone. Stay clean, sleeper. He walks off down the passage, waving a hand in farewell. Okay, so we're gonna be hunted. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 more cycles. Or no, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 more cycles before we're found. We have to help his dad soon. One more icon for that. Let's go here. We gotta just eat again. We need to become a fan of his anyways. Neutral outcome. I don't know, there's a different outcome. Oh, the doctor, of course. The first thing you see on entering is the glint of Torshiro's implants, like a cat's eye in the dark of the corridor. He nods you in as you arrive at Sabine's door. The entryway is still dark, and you push through the sheeting into the surgery. I have it. Sabine stands with a case open in front of them. A set of vials lined up inside, separated by foam inserts. They pick one up, rotating it in the warm light. I have no idea how. That again, they trail off. We should treat this with caution. It looks authentic, but I have no idea if it really is what it appears to be. I mean, I don't care. I don't have a choice, right? I appreciate your enthusiasm, but we need to be careful. Unfortunately, I'm not sure we have another choice. They gesture for you to sit on the bed. That's what I said. We don't have another choice. Like, what? The stabilizer works under a similar principle to an immunosuppressant in a transplant operation, in that it stops your body from rejecting the unfamiliar part of itself. In the case of your frame, the unfamiliar part is each of your biosynthetic organs groups, which over time are identified by your body as foreign material and therefore must be eliminated. Sabine holds up a vial of the would-be stabilizer. However, unlike an immunosuppressant, the stabilizer doesn't do this by eliminating your entire immune system. Instead, it re-encodes your biosynthetic organs with new protein chains, which act as passcodes within your immune system. The stabilizer refreshes those passcodes, keeping your frame from rejecting all of its organs, which means the stabilizer should be able to encode any organic or biosynthetic material to be accepted by your immune system. It gets away, at least if the stabilizer is genuine. The only way to know for sure is to inject the vial. Begin running the syringe. I will start with a small dose to limit the risk. Yeah, I don't have a choice. I think you are right. Sabine cracks the glass neck of the stabilizer and uses a syringe to extract a fraction of the liquid. They tap the syringe, and you watch as if any sign might emerge from the clear liquid. You barely feel the needle, your frame registering the initial injection but with little response. A sensation begins to spread from the site, a fizzling, trembling wave that disperses through your arm with incredible speed. Your vision goes white, and when it returns, Sabine appears encased in shards of sparkling light that slowly fade into darkness as you settle back against the bed. You swim in darkness, muffled noises, like an argument heard from underwater, pulling waves of cold. When you sit back up, Sabine is sitting in a chair by the window, facing away from you, backlit by the glow of their slate. Awake? What happened? The stabilizer is genuine. They sit beside the bed. I don't know how Yadigan acquired a case of the stuff, but they did. Sabine looks troubled and distracted. You should rest some more, but you are going to have to do that somewhere else. They gestured to the door. I have other patients, sorry. Sabine nods towards the case. I'm afraid I can't offer you any more doses. You're going to need to pay for your next dose. Silence fills the room, and they return to their glowing slate. Looking around the room, it seems different somehow, as if things have moved or shifted. Wonder how long you have been out. Sabine? Nothing comes free, sleeper, remember that. You manage to get to your feet and wander out into the hallway. The queue stretches down the flickering corridor. Toshiro stands impatiently by the door and fixes you with a glare as you move, or as you leave. You lower your eyes as you stumble past, somehow faintly aware of the station spinning beneath you. Oh, we're completely stable now. Oh, that's good. Okay. Good news. We're not unstable. Okay, so let's do one of these at the exchange again. Let's hopefully don't lose the 75-25. Positive outcome, nice. You snap up scrap by weight, then parcel it off to traders with a nice markup. You start to get a sense of the traders to trust. Ooh, okay, so we got +2 for that one. Very nice. We're gonna have to make some money today. You should also get to know this place as well. Sure. Let's get a drink. Okay, nice. I just want to become an Overlook regular. So we're at max energy, max food, so let's just work here. We gotta help him out. Okay, start action. Neutral, come back in business, +15 cryo. It takes you a while to get a handle on Drago's equipment, but before long you're precisely slicing down hull plates into neat piles. Let's get one more as well. It's a 50-50. We'll risk it. Neutral come, there we go. Okay, perfect. Let's do the same thing as before. So we're almost done. We need to get 2 more and then we'll be good. Let's look up how much it's gonna cost us to get this another shot. 100. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty expensive. So let's yeah, the next cycle this is gonna open up, so we'll see what that is. End cycle, I have no dice. Yeah, we also need to have at least 100 on us at all times, I guess. Okay, we got 5 dice. Yeah, hunted, I understand. Oh, here we go. Bang. Sleeper. Bang catches your attention as you approach that Havenage building, leaning against a bay door to the side of the entrance. You approach. Easier to come this way, security, all that. He gives you a look, you know. He slams a button and the bay creaks open, blinking lights in the dark behind it. You follow Fang inside. Truth be told, I don't spend much time upstairs. This is where I work. The door hisses as it closes behind you. The bay is filled with pieces of hardware, all rigged up to generators and diagnostic slates and things you don't recognize that glow with blue screen light. There is a chorus of hums that blends into a single wave of static, filling the dark corners of the room. Fang leans on a server stack and gestures around you. You like it? What is all this? He taps a nearby server stack, which beeps in response. This is my treasure trove, all dredged up from the sea of systems we call the Eye. You wouldn't believe what this place runs on. He steps over to a towering block, speckled with vents. Some of these systems are from the original station, I don't know how to pronounce it, A1? The one Solheim built. We've had to invent new components, repair things we never built, reverse engineer entire subsystems into existence. Residents here look up at the sky, at the Eye, and think they are seeing a concrete reality. But this place is a system in constant flux, decaying and growing, collapsing into new configurations. He walks down between the hardware stacks and you follow. We are keeping this place alive, but also remaking it into something new, dragging it away from those corporate origins. He stops. At least that's what I'm trying to do. He turns back to face you among the flickering machines, humming all around you. I know you can see this too, Sleeper. All these systems and sections. You can, can't you? He's talking about like the eye thing, I'm assuming, right? All the nodes. Yeah, we can see it. It makes sense, right? You are between here and there, between the people and their systems. You light this place like a beacon. That's what I need. You glance at the lights around you, and as you do, they seem to flicker, to realign, to follow your gaze. Fang notices it too. I'm guessing being a beacon isn't always ideal when you're on the run, though. They are tracking me. He pats you on the shoulder. Maybe I can help with that. There's a lot of old growth in this place, subsistence I can't see, access protocols lost to time and decay, secrets, a shitload of secrets. With your help, I can unlock this place, break off those last ghost limbs of corporate control. He lowers his voice below the hum. Even in Havenage, there is old growth, those whose roots trace back into those bad old days. You help me dredge up the past, I'll see what I can do about that tracker of yours. He winks. I mean, what do you say, Sleeper? I'm in. I mean, what, again, do I have another choice? I haven't run into any other option, so I'll help him. Fang pumps his fist and claps you on the shoulder. He meets your eye. You won't regret it, Sleeper. Fang passes you a ragged looking middle tab. A gift, he smiles. It's a Solheim cipher I dug up from the depths of the station. Slot that into an old network gate and you'll be able to pull out all kinds of secrets from the nodes inside. Yeah, I know where we saw it in the eye. Ooh. He walks you back to the front of the bay. Start by bringing me whatever you can turn up. Use that emulated mind of yours and see what's out there. Let's get a picture of how things are. Those above, he nods at the ceiling, have granted me an acquisitions budget. I can pay you whatever useful data you bring in. I know you need it. He slams the door button again. Keep it quiet and keep it clean, Sleeper. And I'll see you soon. You step, blinking. Oh yeah, you step blinking back out into the passage. Those flickering lights still in the back of your mind. Ooh. Okay. So we can deliver data. It's a cipher, but it's not data. I don't know what the key's for yet. Okay, so let's go do it what that is. Check the eye. Where's the Solheim? A 1. Okay, so ideally we save a 1 for this. There we go. I check what this is. Ooh, gate 7 S7 access. With a squawk of noise, the old gate flips open, granting access. Ooh. So we get all these nodes. Solheim node. This network storage holds corporate records, most of them corrected by a failed system purge. We're at 2. Okay, 2's not that good, so we could put it in. We got 5. Nice. Let's extract data then. We got some Solheim data, which is what he wanted. Okay. As you drift back from the node, something latches onto you. A thread, a strung tape around you. It tethers you in place. A taste. The voice makes you shiver. Its source somehow both distant and close behind your ear. You see a distant glint of light shut off, and then suddenly a shape is at your side. It stalks around you, circling like a shark, like a wolf. Entity unknown. Astringent processing. Stay still. Please hold. Ooh, what the hell's this thing? The thread around you thickens until it is a ring, a cylinder, a tunnel of light circled around you. It is blinding for a moment, and then it is gone. As it fades, you can see a figure, a creature in front of you. Its strange head flickers between different angles. Its strange head flickers between different angles, reading you. What did you do? The shape paces around you on life legs, though there is no ground here to pace on. Entity, identify, origin, serial, cadence. The figure faces you expectantly. I guess Sleeper, SNR. Unknown, known. The figure's strange head rotates. Brackish signature, of and not of. Attempting interface. As the figure speaks, more threads begin to spiral from its head. thick, sneaking, vine-like ribbons that flex and wave. They approach with intent. Stop. The figure halts its thread, its head twitching. Entity, your identity is unknown. We only seek to correct illegalities. Can you confirm your legal rights to this sentience? I am a person. Incorrect. You are an entity. All at once, Hunter head is directly in front of yours, blocking your vision. You stink of their taste, the one from the sealed dock. Hunter shimmers with fury. I will find access. I will find interface. The sealed dock. An entity hides in the rotuna. You are its puppet. Hunter extends a razor-edged thread. I will not be diverted from my task. It glows with murderous intent. Uh-oh, it's trying to kill me. Let's strike it. You lash out with all your force. Not a physical strike, but a focusing, a spike of interference, leaping out like the tip of a spear. Hunter stumbles, shifts, and separates. Wake up. You open your eyes, blinking back into the station light, shaking with fear. Uh-oh. Hunter. We do have a couple threes, we could do that. First, let's go give him this first. Sorry. And then, where are you? Isolate data. Okay, so we need 3. We got 15 crypto for that. Okay, let's finish Drago's things. I feel since he's giving us a free place to stay, I feel like we should do this for sure. I don't know if I want to use a 6 on that. We'll do this one though. Neutral outcome, unfortunately. Oh, what's this? Disable your track. Yeah, I gotta just do the tracker. That's the most important one. So, yeah, I gotta make sure I repay him though. Neutral outcome. There we go. We're positive. It takes you a while to get a handle on Drago's equipment, but before long, you're precisely. Yeah. Okay. Dragos. You arrive into a buzz of activity at the yard. Red blinking lights flash across a vast dark shape suspended below the dome. They flicker across scorched hull plates and bent structures, spilling from holes in the twisted shape. The cutter is huge and have been torn apart at some violent encounter. She's a beauty, isn't she? Drago stands to the side, focus on the hulking ship as it is lowered into the yard. She is. I should thank you. This place was on its last legs when you turned up, but now look at this. The ship descends slowly, its interior visible through multiple hull breaches. You struggle to gather the same enthusiasm as Drago's for this monstrous craft. You can't help but think of what became of its crew. What happened? What do you mean? He glances at you. I managed to convince our salvager friends to give it to me on credit. That's what happened. No, what happened to the ship? Not my concern. He shrugs. The ship creaks like a calving iceberg as it reaches the base of the yard. Dragos is visibly excited. I know I said you shouldn't stick around, but I'm gonna need some help with this one. The drones start to crawl over the hull. Their lights illuminating flashes of dented hull. Watching, you wonder if you arrived in a similar fashion. Locked inside that container, the wreck of the S&R freighter lowered into the yard like a corpse ready to be butchered. Or was the container delivered to Dragos on its own, a womb for your rebirth into this strange station? You shudder. Perhaps if you can learn something about the ship, you might be able to trace the path that led you to this yard. Drago squeezes your shoulder. After these past cycles, I think we are up to it. What do you think? You see the fading name on the ship emblazoned on its side. Winterlight. Let's do it. He claps you on the back. Glad to hear it. Come back in a few and we can make a start. A real beauty, Dragos repeats, perhaps just to himself. Take one last look at the shattered ship as the drones start cutting, and then slip out of the yard, feeling suddenly cold in the empty passage. Okay. Ooh, operator upgrade available. Okay. Could the debt in return a favor for your first friend on the eye. That was the achievement I just got. You completed your first drive. Each drive completed unlocks an upgrade point to spend on upgrading your character. Access your character menu via the arrow buttons at the top right. Okay, so we can upgrade to an engineer interface. We can get this finally so it's not negative. Which it might sound like a good idea, to be honest. Agents modes give double data reward. Keep 2 dice when condition break. Reroll all your dice once per cycle. Predictive reasoning. Dice actions display potential positive and negative outcomes. Chance to gain energy after an engage. Chance to random scrap. This one might be good though. Maybe take this one. But not we'll do this one. Engineer. That sounds good. Let's we print that. Buy a vial of stabilizer. Currently we don't need any stabilizer. I don't want to buy it when it's full. Okay, we do need the install, but not right now. Okay, let's do this one. Let's do a guarantee positive outcome. There we go, 19. You snap up scrap by weight and then parcel it off to traders with a nice markup. You start to get a sense of the traders to trust. Okay, so we'll do that. We really needed to get this hunter off us. So let's do this. There we go. A Solheim daemon attempts to protect this node, squeaking out protector protocols like a mantra. Okay, we need to get one more. Ooh, what's this? Ooh. Buy some scrap. Most of what comes in from the Star Wars belt is corroded trash, but sometimes something valuable can be found among its salvage. Scrap allowance. The big stuff goes to the shipyard, the valuable stuff to the markets. They'll let you buy a few crates, but not much. Unload containers. The freighter crew are eager to get their payload into the Orton exchange, and they'll wage anyone willing to help them. Okay, we can... Okay, first I want to buy entrance to this thing. The lower gate. It's gonna cost 60 credits, but we will pay for it. You hand over the chits to the that again enforcer, and he nods you through. Okay. Low end. Okay, here we go. So we unlock the low end now. Block maintenance engineer. Maintained by the residents, the ramshackle blocks are always in need of repairs. Helping out is a good way to make friends. Play Tavla. The clack of filter taps can be heard in every corridor in the low end as the residents play rotating rounds of this game for cryo. They're both risky. No one knows you here. You'll need to change that if you want to access the low end's residents and facilities. Okay, so we'll have to do that. We got this. Enter the spoke. A tangled network of service passages, makeshift tunnels cut through the spoke as if it were a hive. There's no maps here. Ooh. Scale the spoke. Blistered with precarious elevators and stairways, the spoke can be navigated from the outside, but the climb requires bravery. Spoke climber. The spoke is layer after layer after layer of dense urban fabric. The only way to explore it is vertically. Okay, so we unlock that now, and we have this. Okay. Oh, and we have something from the Orb Exchange too. Well, that's our task. Okay. Oh, this is the freighter. Oh, right, because this happened at the dock, right? I remember now. Okay, so let's go here and give him this data. He wants 3 of these data things, so we need to get the last one. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we're out of points, and I'm content with not spending any more money. We have 3 energy. We'll go buy food tomorrow, or next cycle, and then we'll do whatever this thing at the trader is. We have to we have to do this whole high thing because we gotta get this tracker out of us, or else we're a dead man, or I guess we're like a robot, so we're dead. Whatever, it doesn't matter. We're still dead. We're just dead. Or destroyed. It's end cycle. Hunted. Someone said there's tracking you. Yeah, we know. I know. First, let's go here and get the last node, which we need a 1 or a 3. Okay, perfect. Let's just put the 1 in. Thank you, thank you. Data extracted. Okay. This is... Okay. So, oh, it's -1 because it's endure. Okay, so I'd rather not... I'd rather just do the exchange. Guarantee positive action. There we go. Now we're a trusted trader now. There's an old chip mine fabrication stack in the back of the market, but only trusted traders. Guess what? I am a trusted trader. Fabricate chip mine. Chip mines cannot be built but from scratch. But if you have enough, salvage fragments can be reassembled with fabricator. You need 3 chip mine fragments. Okay, so let's go to the stall. We need to eat today. Okay, thank you, thank you. We're gonna do this, I guess. Let's buy some scrap. Random scrap, item, shipment fragment. Ooh, that's what we needed. That was actually good. Okay, so I can only buy 3 crates, so we should buy 3 crates. Okay, scrap component. And let's buy 1 more. And we got another one. We need 3 of these. First, we need to get lucky. We got 1 of them, so that's still good. What do we do with this? Oh, I think I can take this to the market, don't I? Sorry, not the food. Yeah. We got 12. I don't think this is anything else. Yeah, it's just cell components. Okay. Thank you, thank you. We got some money back. We lost 8 for it, but we did get this, which is good. Fortunately, unloading the containers doesn't seem worth it because it's risky. Let's see the shipyard. I haven't done any of the shipyard stuff, so maybe we can learn more about this here. Oh yeah, let's go to give them the data first. Maybe we'll unlock something else. Okay, now let's see what he has to say. As you enter the bay, Fang is nowhere to be seen. The banks of servers and machines blink out of the dark in staccato rhythms, unseeing eyes of the station's digital ghost. Shitheads, Fang's voice echoes from behind a stack, followed by the hammer of a fist on metal casing. These sneaky shitheads. Stay silent. Sleeper, that you or am I in trouble? Fang's grinning head pops out from behind the stack. Just the emulated consciousness I have been eager to see. Come back here. You pick your way between the thrumming stacks, trying not to trip over the loose bundles of cables that blanket the dark floor. Fang is sat in front of a set of monitors mounted to a stack. Tell me, Sleeper, what do you see here? Fang waves at the monitor to his side, glowing with pale lists of information. You lean in closer, looking toward the links in the data. The table seemed to be filled with personal information, names, genders, dates, ID numbers, all the markers of institutional records. People. People, yes, but whose people? I'm assuming Solheim? Bingo. He tapped at the terminal. I pulled these from the old data you brought in. All employees of the Eye's original owners, and he leans past you and scrolls the list down. This one. This is a snaky shithead. He stabs at the screen with a finger. The name reads Arden Hurst. Friend of yours? Ben gives you a sideways look. Funny you should say that, Sleeper. He drags a stool out behind him and motions you to sit. There just so happens to be a Harden Hurst in Havenage. He waits for your reaction. Are you sure? Well, that's where you might be able to help me. Fang leans back in his chair. Just think about it. Decades ago, Harden worked on the station as a... Fang leans across to look at the monitor. Senior Strategic Operations Executive. Fang raises his eyebrows at you. Our Harden was keeping the money coming in for Solheim. He defined priority growth initiatives by making sure the extractors they contracted out were were hooked into a system that outsourced all the risk and kept the profit. Good old Harden shuttled thousands of Palladium Rush workers into an infrastructure, which meant that their cut of the work they did went straight back into Solheim. How do you know this? I grew up here, Sleeper. This is my history. I am a child of the collapse. Fang turns back to his screen, staring hard at the strings of code flickering by. Before I was born, my parents were Solheim contractors. They ate in Solheim canteens, worked on Solheim ships, they breathed Solheim air, and slept in Solheim beds. Fang's voice rises as he speaks, his hands fist on the terminal edge. And the work that paid for that existence, the cycles of hard extraction out in the belt, Solheim took their cut. This was a company town, so to speak, and my parents were just another in the long line of freelance contractors willing to risk their lives for a shot at anything other than poverty. Disposable. This guy, stabbing at Harden once again with his finger, strategized all that, did the sums, and then somehow, thousands and thousands of cycles later, is still going, still here, crawling into the walls like some shithead snake. He survived the revolution. But how? These guys, they were big time. There's a lot money can get you if you are a company man. Fang relaxes a little. But how is Harden still kicking? I really don't know. He turns to you and smiles. So we are going to find out. Harden is now a big shot in the sky yards, just a few degrees back across the eye from here. Fang brings up a map of the lower eye. Havenage might be born out of Erling's revolutionary seal, but a flat hierarchy is not. It is not. Harden happened to float to the top. Fang zooms in on the far yards. Fang grimaces. The thing is, I don't have access to those systems. The shipyard crew is pretty paranoid and they don't like anyone from systems digging around in their stuff. Plus, we need more than just the name of a Solheim executive. We need proof. Fang holds up a thumb-sized drive. That's where this little creation of mine comes in. I call it a ripper worm. He turns the drive between his fingers. It'll rip through any digital storage and spin out a silken thread of filtered data. This one is set on the scent of hardened husk. He hands it over. Getting into the compound might be tricky. Fang puts a hand on your shoulder, but you, however, have a particular knack for remote access. Fang grins. If you can extract yourself a Havenage cipher from a Havenage agent, they sometimes carry them around among their data caches. You can crack open the compound's network and slot the worm in through any open port. You never even need to go near the shipyards. So, what do you say? What's in for me? Rooting out a corrupt snake's not enough. Find the information, I'll start work on that tracker of yours. Fang scratches his chin. Anything the worm gets, it'll send it back here to me. There's something wrong here, and I aim to get to the rotten core of it. You leave Fang, digging through data among the wires and machines of the old station. As you walk out, you try to imagine the Eye as it once was, a vast machine running smooth and strong, directed by people like Harden. A vast Solheim-built machine into which thousands poured from the surrogate systems, looking for new life. The hope of a better future, engineered to line someone else's pockets. It's an idea you are intimately familiar with. You think of Pardon, still alive, still part of this place. I wonder if the past is ever truly past. What's this say? Drago's nerves. Drago seems increasingly nervous about your presence in the yard. You're not sure he's going to hold his nerve much longer. The record... Oh. So we need to find a new place to live, is what he's basically saying. He doesn't want us here. Interesting. Winter Light. Oh yeah, we need to, like, he said he wanted us to explore this. Okay, so let's, we need 3 ship mine. We bought all the scrap already. So many. I don't know, we want to do that. We need 3 of them, though. Okay, let's do this one. I might need to go in the aha. A 2, 3. Extract data. Neutral outcome. Okay. This key keeps track out of the Havenage shipyard's internal network. The correct cipher can grant you access. And gotcha. The gate flips. You are in. Okay, we got a port here. Insert the ripple worm. An open port sits waiting for you to slot in a ripple worm. What will you find in there? Okay, here you go. Shipyard service slot, ripple worm unavailable. Okay. Havenage data. Okay. Bang's ripple worm is installed, but it'll take a few seconds to run through the closed network. What do I do with this? What do I do with this? I don't know. Let me keep it. Okay. So we did that as soon as possible. Let's explore here. Danger. Yeah. Sure. Let's explore. Neutral dock watcher. Okay. You want to fully explore here, or we still have to scale this building? Oh gosh, it's gonna take forever to scale it. I prefer to do these when I have like maybe like a +1. There's like, because currently we don't have a reason to do it. Oh, it's this. Hey, you want to earn a chit? Ankita stands beside a huge pile of tied together hull plates. She stretches out her back, her shoulders bulging beneath her flight suit. Sure? You cross the docking concourse as she begins to split the plating into 2 bundles. What is it with this place? She asks as she lashes the massive plates together. Everyone wants their cut. She straightens up to an imposing height, her armor plates creaking, and looks you up and down. Don't try anything, alright? She taps the butt of her sidearm. I don't want to have to put anyone else down today. Wouldn't think of it. Good, she pauses. Look, I'm not usually... Let's just say my temper's been a little short lately. Ankita hoists 1 bundle of plating onto her shoulder. Come on then, enough chat. You've got to earn that shit. You struggle to shoulder that plates, but you do eventually. Ankita gives you a look, ships this way, and she sets off down a gantry at impressive speed. As you catch up to her, she turns down a passage, pushing through a small crowd of Steve doors? Why are you doing this yourself? You mean, why aren't I hiring those good folk? She nods back at the Steve doors. I've paid Havenage enough. They are currently rinsing me for a morning. I can't vacate unless I either fix the ambergris or sell it off as scrap. Ambergris, is that your ship? You catch on fast. She gives you another of her looks. She rapidly turns another corner as you trail behind. She's got cut up pretty bad on her last job, and I had to moor her up here for a spell. But since then, it's only gotten worse. Someone got in and sliced the core from her ship mine, so now she's gone dark. She shifts the panel on her shoulders. The upshot is that I'm short one ship mine with a ton of repairs to do. The rest of the crew signed off the moment they got wind I'd be stranded. So yeah, it's been a time. Anything I can do to help? I don't know, got a ship mine tucked away on that frame of yours for a moment. You aren't sure if she's serious. Ankita swings the plates from her back, almost knocking you over in the process. This is me. She hauls the second bundle off your shoulder. You're the first person I've met here who might actually be considered helpful. She pauses, chewing her lower lip. Look, you want help? Come see me. I need a hand putting Amber back together, and you don't seem like the type to try anything stupid. She passes the bundle of plates through the ambergris's outer block and then turns back. Just don't go spreading all this around. And Kita throws you a couple of chits. Consider it a bonus for not trying to grift me. She gives you a parting nod and tucks through the doorway. Alright, get off of here. Get out of here, she calls back, and the lock slams shut. Okay, so we can help her as well. Hack the shipyard and slot... Oh, no, that's a new one. Study the winter light. Fix the ambergris. Ankita's cutter is out of commission. Help her get it running again. Okay. Okay, so we have a bunch of tasks we can do. We have a lot of tasks we need to do. Okay, so let me check what the shipyard needs for us to do, by the way. So we either get engineer or endure. Which we did upgrade engineer actually, but it's still not +1. It's still, we need to get one more upgrade to get it to +1. We probably should work on the shipyard. That we can do. This one's just no, we have no endurance. Okay, so it's but we also want to learn more about the ship. He's gonna want us out of here, so we should do this sooner rather than later. Let's see if the winter light neutral will come. Digging through the record cutter is slow work, but you start to piece together the impact patterns and blast marks. The record cutter Dragos has brought in salvage has a history to discover if you're curious. I am, so that's why we'll do it. And with that, it looks like we are out of dice, so let's end the cycle. We got 3 5s so far, and yeah, I know we're being hunted. I have no choice other than wait for this to go for 2 days, so I thought hack a shipyard and slot. I thought I did. Yeah, it is. The worm slots in and begins tunneling down a thread. Godspeed, little one. Yeah, okay, so we gotta just wait for that. Let's see, is there something here? Oh yeah, there's one thing here I wanted to do, right? Here we go. We got some Yadigan data. Okay, I don't know why I wanted that, but here we are. What is this? Founder's Gate. Gate in the ring station. To reach the Greenway, you need to pay for a pass, a practice invented by the spacer, or here they call it Founder's Ferry. 150, oh my gosh. That's gonna cost us a bunch to get there. Okay, so first we do need to get food. And we wanted to get this maxed up anyway, so we become a regular. Perfect. So let's see what that has now. Let's see. Emphas. Sleeper. Emphas calls out to you, a booming voice that echoes through the corridor. Tell me a story. He throws a handful of chopped mushrooms into his wok, the fire leaping up to meet the oil. I see you, cycle in, cycle out, but we never speak. Tell me a story. What kind? Any kind. He pauses to drizzle something from a plastic bottle into the wok. But one of yours. He looks up at you. Nothing stolen. You pause. The spice is rich in your nostril, and think about the kind of story you'd like to tell Emphas. You look at Emphas, the listener, and imagine he has heard it all before. Perhaps he would enjoy a strange story, something with some spice. Tell him about your dreams. All the sleepers, you tell Emphas, had dreams. Some were simple, memories left over from the emulation process that had become tangled up in their minds and would come out when they slept. It wasn't rare to hear a sleeper in the dorm scream or cry out in the night. But your dreams, those gray, skeletal after-images of systems and structures, of threads and patterns, weren't like the others. They weren't memories or nightmares, they were reflections of reality. Distorted, yes, but somehow true. You learned, back then, to keep quiet about them, to let them flow through your mind like water. That was until now, until you arrived at this place. Now your dreams colonize your waking life. They slip behind your eyelids with every blink. And now you understand they aren't dreams at all, but some process of interfacing, of speaking, of living in another world that flows through this one like smoke through air. You tell him that you do not know if there is a reason for your dreams. Perhaps, you realize, it is just some side effect, a particular quality of the frame you inhabit. But whatever it is a gift, and you hope to make use of it. Emphas finishes cooking and squints a little at you. Sleeper, he smiles. You are quite the storyteller. He eyes you, and you realize that he is trying to gauge how honest you have been in your story. Emphas passes you the meal he has cooked, and you take it gratefully. As you eat, he talks a natural exchange. Thank you, Sleeper. He looks around at the emptying market. But my time is done for today, and I do not want to keep you longer, so I will make a proposal. He gestures to the plastic boxes of ingredients stacked behind his stall. These are good enough for most, but someone told me a story that made me think a couple cycles ago. They said that across the gap, in the greenway, fresh mushrooms grow. Have you heard of this? No. Neither had I, but I trust the one who told me. Emphas begins packing up his things. Can you bring me some? I cannot cross the gap, and I worry about leaving my things behind. He smiles. I am sure a storyteller like you can handle the trip. I'll prepare them for you, and if you wish to tell it, be the audience for another story. And perhaps. Consider it. Emphas slides his walk away and straightens up. I will prepare a recipe then, Sleeper. Good luck with your foraging. You turn away and walk back into the main market, the rich taste of Emphas's food still lingering in your mouth. Stories of food, you think. A trade that seems more than fair. Okay. Interesting. So... this is will remain as long as it needs to. I guess we could do a little bit, maybe I should do a little bit more like riskier things since I have 3 5s. We need 150 credits to get here. We do need to climb up this thing, so... I don't know, what's there between this and this? I don't know, we'll try it. Neutral. A series of tangled passages spits you out of the other side of this boat with a little more knowledge than when you went in. And let's try this one. Neutral. Just costs us an energy. Okay, you spent hours on the staircase that never seems to end. When you reach the peak, the view is incredible, but you feel the pain. Okay. I want to see, yeah, I want to know what this thing is, but we need money, that's the issue. I'm gonna be a regular here, so let's get this. There we go, we're now a regular. The glass shatters on the steel bar behind you, and the taunts don't take long to follow. Hey, Haunt, the spacer calls across the low room. What are you doing here? He laughs at his own lame joke. Flying human. I ignore him. You inch a little farther, staring at the hundreds of tiny impact points that scar the bar's surface. A hand falls on your shoulder. As you flinch away, it pats reassuringly. You freeze in place. Out. The voice comes from behind you. Spat out like a shot. You turn to see bright eyes, dark hair, a stare that could breach the wall and vent you all into a hard vacuum. As you turn back into the spacer, the second glass comes sailing through the air. Duck. You duck and the glass explodes on the bar behind you, shattering you in glittering shards. Through the haze of glass and the gyral vapor, you see Tala leap the bar and close the distance to the spacer. The thud as he slams into the wall echoes across the bar like thunder. Now flanked by other figures, quicker to their feet, Tala throws the spacer out through the door and stands silhouetted against the rotuna's light. You touch your forehead and it feels wet. Someone helps you to your feet and back onto your stool. Broken glass rattles as it is cleared, and a thrush measure of gyral is plugged out in the front of you. That same hand, warm, heavy, falls on your shoulder once more. He isn't coming back. We don't tolerate that kind of shit here. Tala flops onto the stool beside you. Let's take a look at you. Okay, so this person is helping me. I thought originally they were the ones who were throwing stuff at me. I'm like, what the heck? Why are you doing this? I don't know, some random bozo who hates sleepers. Okay. Tala wipes the powdered glass from around the wound, and someone pats a bottle of alcohol in a metal tin which tweezers on the bar. She disinfects them and then turns to you. You're pretty fast on that second glass, she smiles, picking a piece of glass from your forehead, but not fast enough. You don't feel the pain, only the sting of status messages your body delivers concerning dermal damage and exposed structures. You do feel the care, though, as Tal's bright eyes search your thick synthetic skin for splinters. Now let's just watch her. Tala works with the skill of someone who has had to pick glass splinters from the skin of a stranger before. She hones in on each bright shard, at the time tapping the tweezer tips in little rhythms that only she can follow. She smiles to herself. So, you been on the eye long? Just arrived. I thought so. I only seen you here a couple of times. A splinter clicks into the tin. Not everyone is like that, idiot. We don't all hate you. She glances around. Some of the regulars, maybe they fear you, maybe they're just curious. I don't know. But I do know that the Overlook is a safe place. I know what it's like to be new in this place, trust me. She meets your eyes. I'm not trying to convince you of anything or separate you from your chits. I just want you to know that if you need somewhere, you can always come here. I know the rations we've got aren't much and the company is, she leans in, limited. But if you need work, I'll happily put you behind the bar. And if you need shelter, well, we can discuss that. You'll be safe. I usually have Francis on the door, but he's up in the greenway in the cycle, haggling with our supplier. Francis tends to be particular about what we serve, even if the clientele isn't. She places her tweezers in the tin with a clink. That's you, sleeper. Here. She slides the glass of gyrals to you. This will help. She stops, her hand still on the glass. Wait, does this help? I mean, can you get drunk? No idea. She laughs. Well, keep trying. I'll let you know if I see any difference. She walks back around the bar, gathering the glasses as she does, and before long is retelling how she threw that spacer out to a new group that just wandered in, complete with dramatic actions. She gestures in your direction and you instinctively look away, back to the worn surface of the bar. You take a sip of the gyral. The earthy fungal tones fill your senses, almost blocking out sight and sound, like diving headfirst into a bog. You may not be able to get drunk, but this connection to something grown, something fermented, something old feels good. Oh, so what she said, she'll help us get a place to live. That would be really good, because again, this guy doesn't want us to live here anymore. So that's seems fair enough. Oh, there's only one more we need to do for this. Okay, so let's do this. Explore the Rotuna. Neutral. Okay, that's good. Let's see what we got. Sealed dock. Okay. Unlock the mag lock. Oh, these old mag locks look like they need an encryption key to lock. Why the heavy security for a decaying dock? Good thing I have one. Oh, we need 2. Shit. Okay, apparently we need 2. I prefer not to use the 5 on getting an encryption key, so let's do something else. Let's go up here. Oh, midline freight hub. Interesting. Steal shipment. With so many shipments, what's one diverted package? You'd have no idea what you're stealing, but that's part of the fun, right? Stealing shipments from midline is going to be picked up fast, even if you're careful. The systems can't be fooled for long. Freight operator. Midline runs automated freight down from the free spoke. They need skilled operators, and you don't have to lift a single crate. Ooh, this seems good for me. We can do that, but for money. Okay, let's just... Oh, let's just do this. Neutral, okay. That's it. Yeah, let's go back to the container and cycle. Oh, we only have 4 now. Yes, we're being hunted. Yeah, anyways, with this, I'm actually going to end this part here because we're a little over 2 hours into the playthrough. So citizens, what do I think of it so far? It's not what I expected, but I am really enjoying it actually so far. I like visual novels, and this is like a management game where you have to like obviously manage your resources, and you have different tasks you need to do, different quest lines, and yeah, that is something I very enjoy. So I'm liking the different characters we're meeting along. We have like Fang, we just met the bartender. We met Ankita, Dragos, the doctor, whatever I forgot what their name is again. Oh, Emphas. So Sabine, yes, Sabine. So yeah, I'm liking the cast, and I'm excited to see where it's gonna happen in the next part. Yeah. So and I like the art style too. It seems like this seems it's very smooth, which I'm very happy about as well. Yeah, let me know what you guys' thoughts are on Citizen Sleeper so far, and if you're enjoying the playthrough, consider giving the video a like. Otherwise, I hope to see you. I mean, not otherwise, and I hope to see you at the next part.